The only video you need to transform your skin at any age into the most gorgeous skin you've ever seen in your life. This advice is not going to be easy. I'm not going to hand you a supplement or a cream to use, and just like that, poof, you will have amazing skin. But I do promise you that if you listen to the advice in this video and you take just 50% of the advice, you're going to look in the mirror in about 3 weeks and you're going to say, oh my God. I'm serious. I'm smiling, but I'm truly serious. Okay, let's start. Beautiful skin at any age. It's not going to come out of a bottle. Look, we have skincare. Our company has a natural skincare line. And I'm telling you right now that, well, no, maybe just by using I'm just kidding. By using our face oil, yes, absolutely. But I'm here to give you some concrete, advice, things, because good skin, look, no matter what you use on your face and no matter what you use on your body, although it is super, super important, what is critical is what is going into your body. Our skin, what I need to share with you is our skin, whatever you see, our skin is a reflection of what is on the inside. If the inside is okay, if the inside is well, your skin will look well. It's all, when you look in the mirror and you see things going on with your skin, and I know, believe me, I want to be careful. Let me just say at the beginning of this video, there are skin issues that are caused by stress. There are skin issues that are worsened by things that are going on in the environment. I get all that. I don't want to minimize anything else. What I'm going to do with this video is just share with you some things that you can change in your life, modify in your life, and you will see you will at least see an improvement. That's what I will say. You will at least, if you don't see perfect skin, if things are going on because of the environment or because of stress in your life, you will see an incredible improvement. Hopefully you will see unbelievable skin, but I just want to be careful because I also don't want to trigger anyone, because I do know I have had friends and family that have struggled with skin issues, and sometimes it just is. So I get it. So we've already said, so what is going on the inside is super important. So we're going to talk about what goes on the inside. We're going to talk about environment, and we're also going to talk about what you're putting on your skin. First, let me start with this. You have to understand that because your skin is a reflection of what is going on, every little thing can affect it. Lack of hydration, lack of electrolytes, lack of good quality fat, lack of protein, lack of greens, lack of nutrients, right? All of that, it's incredible. We can look at people's skin and know exactly what kind of diet they have. That is how incredible it is, what is reflected based on the inside. So let me get right to it. If you want perfect skin, what should you be making sure that you're getting into your diet? Number one, you've got to be hydrated. And coffee and tea do not count. Why? Anything with caffeine will dehydrate you. So liquid is not liquid. Like a lot of people, and I'm repeating things that have been repeated to me, right? Like a lot of people say things like, I drink a lot of liquid. Liquid is not hydration. If you're having sodas, caffeine, alcohol, any of that will dehydrate you. So when I say hydration, I mean anything that is hydrating, electrolytes. So what are good things to make sure that you get on a daily basis? Water with sea salt, coconut water, herbal teas, dandelion tea. I'm going to talk about herbs in a different, more into the rest of the video, but herbal teas, anything that doesn't have caffeine and alcohol basically will be hydration. Anything that's good for the body, that is providing electrolytes into the body and nutrients. So that's as far as drinks. Now let's talk about food. Have you ever noticed that when people will do a juice cleanse, you'll see a friend that has done celery or carrot juice, a juice cleanse for 3 weeks, and you look at her and you say, oh, my God, you look like you've gone to a spa. It's because the body has been detoxing and taking in all those nutrients, and the skin just looks like it wants to pop. So what does that mean? That means that on a daily basis, here's what you need on a daily basis. I know a lot, this is going to sound a little bit cliche, I'm sorry, but people say things like, eat the rainbow. It really is eat the rainbow. But here's how you can, because the point of this video is to simplify your life, not to make it harder. How could you easily get the rainbow in? How could you easily get the nutrients you need? One big salad. Do that. Do one big salad. Choose for lunch or dinner. Breakfast if you want. Do one big salad. Greens, avocados, nuts, seeds, veggies, anything that, stick to that. One big salad of that. And then be careful with the dressing, right? Like do some lemon, do some vinegar, a tiny bit of really good quality olive oil. So do that salad. That's your rainbow. That's your nutrients right there. Then the rest of the day, make sure that you're getting in really good quality fats. Why? Because when our skin is affected, when our skin has issues, a lot of times it's because we're not taking in those good like they've actually, believe it or not, they have done studies where they have shown that women with less wrinkles eat more healthy fats. So think about that. Women with less wrinkles are eating more avocado and olive oil. And then there's another study that actually studied women with less wrinkles, or, it's the glowy skin, right? Everybody's always looking for that glow, like the glowy skin. The studies actually, and these are real studies, I promise you, the studies actually show that women who are eating almonds and walnuts, and it doesn't have to be constantly, it can be 3 or 4 times a week. That is what the study showed, 3 or 4 times a week. That it actually demonstrates that it's making the skin better. It's making the skin glow. So in addition to that, what do you want to get in? So we've talked about the greens, we've talked about the rainbow, we've talked about the nutrients, and we've talked about healthy fats. Now, what else is going to do? Because it's that process of like detoxing and putting in the good nutrients, right? As you put in the good nutrients, you want to also detox. So really awesome would be, celery juice every morning. But another thing that's going to make a huge difference in your skin, dandelion tea and nettle tea. Those two do amazing things for the skin. Sometimes when people really have serious skin issues and I say to them, just start drinking nettle and dandelion, just that one change makes such a huge difference. So the herbal teas will be super important, and try to find the best quality that you can. I'm not telling you. The interesting thing is that the herbal teas are not that pricey. I feel like most people can find a decent tea for a decent price. That's the food. Now what will affect? What are the no-nos? Like, what are the not foods? Processed foods. They've done studies where they've shown that, fried foods actually will impact the skin and cause pretty serious issues. Why? It's not necessarily, it's the fact that you're clogging your body. You're not causing good, good blood flow. You're not getting good nutrients. So instead of getting good nutrients in, you're actually getting zero nutrients in, and all the junk that's in the fried foods is actually causing the clogged pores. But it's not like, I don't want people to go, oh, fried foods clog pores. Yes, that's the correlation, but there's a whole process that happens in the body with the cells, right? Does that make sense? So fried foods, chocolate, if it's dark chocolate, it's actually going to be good for you. So make sure you get some good quality dark chocolate. Junk, artificial sweeteners, diet sodas, alcohol, those things can affect your skin. So those are the no-nos. Anything, look, at the end of the day, you know how you figure it out? Anything that is not living food, like anything that is not life, anything that's not going to provide life to the cells, that's not good for your skin. So That's what should be going into the body. That, and there are ways to tell how healthy you are. Like, how often you're going to the bathroom. I'm sorry. No. How often you're going to the bathroom and what it looks like. I'm sorry, but that's a good way to tell. So now, I did say that it's not just what goes in, it's also what you put on your body, and it's also your mindset. So the second thing I'm going to talk about is what you put on your body. Now look, how can we put chemicals on our face and on our body and expect our skin to react well? Like, a lot of people are saying things like, oh, the beef tallow is working for me. Well, yes, it is, because you've stopped using things with tons of chemicals. That's why it's working. So I'm not telling you have to buy our skincare. I would love for you to buy our skincare, because that's all I've used for 30 years. And I'm 61 years old and I don't do Botox. And people ask me constantly what I use on my skin. Like, that's how I know my skin is well. Because when I'm walking around, when I'm out in public, people stop me and ask me what foundation I use, what moisturizer I use, what skincare. I don't wear foundation. And my moisturizer is our face oil. But that said, this isn't a plug for our skincare. What I'm trying to say to you is, whatever skincare you are using, read the ingredients. I mean, I had a friend the other day, she was talking about, she's a good friend, and I don't try to get anyone to, if you haven't purchased our face oil, and because once you purchase it, you love it, and that's all you will buy, I promise. But this was a newer friend, and I was at a party at her house, and she said, oh, I use a face oil, and I said, fabulous. She goes, yeah, let me show it to you. And I was like, okay, great. So she brings it out, and I'm not going to say the brand, because one thing about me, and one thing that I don't know if all of you know this, but anyone who knows me well knows, I don't put down any other company. I never will. I don't put other people down or other companies down. So I will not mention the name, but it's a pretty well-known name in the clean industry. So she said the name, and so all I said to her was, read the ingredients. So she turned the bottle around and she said, the first ingredient was water. Second ingredient, alcohol. And I said, stop. Do you understand what's happening here? Do you understand that the majority of what you're putting on your face is water and alcohol? Like, that's how ingredients work. And she looked at me and she was like, oh. So it's not just like, I think it's pretty out there now. I think it's pretty clear that we need clean ingredients. So a lot of people are, buying things that say clean or vegan or good for the environment, good for the skin, all that stuff. Read the ingredients. What you put on your face, you should be able to eat. Bam, I can stop the video right now. What you put on your face, you should be able to eat. I can eat our face oil. I keep going back to that, and I don't mean to, I'm sorry. The ingredients, that whatever you put on your face, you should be able to eat. Whatever you put on your body, you should be. Our people, it's kind of an interesting phenomenon. Like, it's almost like people think their skin is separate from their cells or their organs or their blood. And I'm like, you understand that putting it on your skin is eating it. Like, it's the same thing. And it's funny, there's a disconnect there. So I am going to say this. There's a lot of stuff on the market that should not be put on the body or the face or the scalp, and anything. There's a lot. And so without me putting down here's what I want to inspire you with this video. Use clean, use what's good for your skin. It's interesting because whether it's ours or somebody else's, if you decide to begin to use a face oil, it will be 3 or 4 weeks of an adjustment. But oil is good for the body. It's good for the face. It will, even if you have oily skin. Isn't that what's interesting? I promise you, it does it. It sort of is a transition process, but it is so good for the face and the skin. So let me inspire you, and this is not just for you, but also for your children. Whatever you put on their skin will react. Like, if here's the thing. I see people with eczema or psoriasis or all sorts of issues, and they're putting they're putting stuff on their skin that has toxins on it. Like, so please stop. It matters. Make sure that when you pick something up to put it on your face or your body, that you can eat it. That's the bottom line. Okay, now the last thing that I will say about creating an environment where your skin is just incredible and beautiful at any age is a mindset. Aging or anti-aging is a mindset. You will look how you feel inside. I promise you. Like, I don't want this to sound so, redundant or a cliche. People will say, oh my God, for 60, you look so good at 61. I feel good. I can tell you that I honestly feel, and I know, look, there's 40 years ago, I used to model. I suppose I looked better 40 years ago. I don't know. But you know what's funny is I don't feel like I did. Like, I have so many friends that are in their 50s and 60s, and they say things like, oh my God, I used to look so much, oh, the wrinkles, oh, the frown lines, oh, I used to look so much, but that will cause your skin to look worse. That mindset. So the most probably, no, I'm not going to say the most important. Equally important is what you think of yourself when you look in the mirror. Like, honestly, I don't analyze what I look like. I'm happy to be around for 61 years. So for me, wrinkles are sort of a badge of honor. Like, I don't want to get rid of them. I love them. So because I love my wrinkles, they don't bother me, which means they don't look as bad as they could. Does that make sense? Like, I remember when I was 40, I had friends that were 50, and they used to say things like, when you turn 50, you're going to have those 11s. Like, everybody gets them. I didn't get them. I didn't get 11s. I mean, they might be slightly there, but I don't have 11s. And it's because in my mind, I would say, I will not get them. I will not have those frown lines. So I never got them. So I truly believe at the end of the day, if you want to have incredible, gorgeous skin, you hydrate, you eat a beautiful diet of incredible living food, you're careful what you put on your skin, you put beautiful, clean products on your skin, and you think beauty. Whatever your age is, you think, I am beautiful, I am well, I am happy. Those thoughts get into the subconscious, and you walk around feeling like you look good. And if you walk around feeling like you look good, you will look good. Haven't you, please think about this for a second. Have you ever seen a really gorgeous person who is miserable? They're not so gorgeous. I don't care what their face looks like. I don't care what their bone structure looks like. If they're miserable and they're negative and they think badly of themselves and everybody else, they will look horrible. So the mindset is so important. So I know I'm 61. I don't do Botox. I know I have wrinkles. I know I have tons of wrinkles. I don't care. I love them. And because I love them, I don't know that people really notice. Does that make sense? Like, I please, in the comments, leave a comment and let me know. If all of this makes sense, if some of this makes sense, let me know if you have any questions. I will be so happy to answer questions about food or herbal teas or products. I just won't put down any other company. It's kind of my thing. But I hope this inspired you to kind of share with your friends, share with your family, share with a family member that's struggling with skin. Maybe this will help a little bit. And like I said, my inspiration behind this video is to help a little bit. I do understand that there are issues that go on that are not pertaining to these three things. So I totally get it. This video is intended with love from my heart to just help in whatever way I can with your skin.